E Mambo, Festival Italiana, E Mambo, Festival Italiana. That's right. Welcome in to the Breaking Bread radio program. That was my absolute worst impression of Dean Martin singing E Mambo. I don't even know if that's the name of the song, but I do like it when it pops up on my playlist. Very much. Welcome in to the Breaking Bread radio program. Talk 99.5 coming to you live from the Redland Rifle Studios, Highway 280. The show brought to you by the fine folks at Lanius Furniture Company in Kimberly, Alabama. Father's Day is rapidly approaching, and if you need to, if your dad wants a good place to just sit and chill, consider getting him one of those wonderful Lazy Boys from Lanius Furniture Company. All the information you could ever want to know about them can be found at LaniusFurnitureCompany.com. That's LAUNIUS FurnitureCompany.com. Or you can give them a call, 205-647-4311. They got furniture for your whole entire home, well made. And they've been in business for a long time. The furniture store is huge. You should just go check it out. Do some furniture shopping. It's on the Breaking Bread crew. Sent you. If you smoke cigarettes for way too long like I did, stop. They don't love you. The cigarettes, they don't love you nearly as much as you love them. Actually, they're actively trying to end your existence. So, do the right thing. Stop. I've been over 2 years now without a cigarette, and I now have zero nicotine in my vape. So it is possible if you want to and you're ready. Vaporforge.com, Vaporforge, Highway 280 next to Bailey Brothers Music. More information can be found at vaporforge.com. We've got a couple special guests in studio with us today. Miss Tina Savas, who is the chair of Festa Italiana, which will be at Sloss Furnace this coming Saturday. And it's going to be awesome. There's signs all over the place. You guys should go and check it out. We will also be joined by Mr. Al Ruffino, who owns the Italian Cookie Company. But he is running just a few minutes behind schedule. So, in the meantime, let me toss it over to AJ so we can keep things moving with Crocker Moving Services.
Appreciate that. CrockerMovingServices.com, CrockerMovingServices.com. Great moving company, and just there just to help make moving fun again. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm not a fan of moving. I don't even like moving myself sometimes. I told Eric I'm just going to hire them just to move me around my house. And now that I got two little ones, I'm going to say, hey, look, just for 2 hours, because they got the 2-hour rate, which is awesome. It's about the same amount for like a babysitter or something like that. Just tell them, hey, can you like pick up my kids and move them from room to room? Especially my little one. She likes to be picked up and carried. So I'm like, hey, just here. I don't really have anything else to move, but I can do the kids. So there you go. But they'll probably do that for me, not for you. But what they can do for you is with your furniture. So if you got something that's pretty heavy, you need to be moved, reach out to the moving professionals. It's CrockerMovingServices.com, CrockerMovingServices.com. All right, so my son loves waffles. He loves those Eggos waffles. Pretty much almost every morning he always asks, can he get some waffles? And sometimes he gets some, sometimes he doesn't, depending on how soon we need to get to the daycare at a particular point in time. But, you got a couple of kids. You know what? That's another reason why I probably need to have a Crocker. They can move them from home to daycare. But Eggo, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this, because normally when you think about Eggos, you think about waffles, right? Am I correct? Am I wrong?
No, I think that's a very fair assessment.
Okay. Well, they're coming out with Eggo pancakes, little mini pancakes. Which, I'm cool with that, but why don't you stick with what you're known for, which is the waffles? Why you got to do the whole Eggo thing?
It's really strange to me that they haven't done this before now.
Right.
There are a few other name brands that do frozen pancakes. I think Pillsbury has a line of frozen pancakes that you can get, and a few others. Kind of lackluster, though. If you're gonna eat frozen pancakes, I'm more of a fan of making the pancakes, freezing them yourself, and redoing them. But there's evidently enough market space available, and they already have a name, and I'm sure that they're going to be, you've got Eggo enthusiasts who they're betting on them saying, hey, you know what, let me check out the pancakes.
Yeah, well, the flavors they're coming out with is buttermilk vanilla. This is like protein mini. It's like 7 grams of protein. I guess that's for adults or maybe kids. I don't know. But I don't know who they're marketing it to. And they got the mini pancake birthday cake flavor. So, yeah, I know. Yeah,
And they're all minis. I think where I wish that they would not have. Nobody does a giant frozen pancake. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
used to.
Like I'm a flapjack fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I need some 6 to 8 inches in diameter across pancake. Ashley is over here looking at me like, preach, bruh, preach. So yeah, like I would like it if they made a larger pancake. Like a big stack of 3.
I mean, do you want them thick? You like them thick?
I like them thick.
I mean, so is that the main difference between a pancake and a flapjack?
I mean, categorically speaking, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I know it's not a hoe cake.
This is a half a cake?
No, which is everybody gets a turn.
Stop it.
It's got to be big then.
All right, anyway. All right, moving along because we got a guest in the studio. Frosted Flakes is coming out with a new cookies and cream milkshake cereal. Now, the thing about this one is it's very interesting because they have little black specks on the cornflake, which almost looks like it's kind of spoiled. So I don't know about the
like
image
pepper on
behind
it.
Yes.
Better put pepper on them cornflakes.
That's exactly what it looks like. But yeah, so you can get your strawberry flavor Frosted Flakes. You can get your regular Frosted Flakes, and then now you can get your cookies and cream milkshake flavor Frosted Flakes.
I'm telling you. I mean, eventually they're just gonna say pour sugar in some milk, call it breakfast.
I mean,
okay,
you probably should just do that.
Here's a radical idea for Frosted Flakes. Okay. Why don't Frosted Flake, Tony himself, just be like, you know what? We can have this option because the FDA says with like less sugar and more healthy and da-da-da. How about you give me the opportunity to decide what I want to put in my body and offer me some extra frosted Flakes.
Oh, man. Or just a box of the frosted. You know, I used to do this to marshmallow. Just do nothing but just a frosted.
Yeah, with just like a little speck of chip in it, so it's got some crunch.
I mean, why not just get a bag of Oreos, crush them up, and just put them in some milk?
Why not?
I mean, makes sense to me.
Why not? Make them but if you're going to do that, you might as well make them the ultra stuff.
Oh, man, I had a whole box of those the other day.
It looks
so
like
good. It. Oh, it's so good. I feel like it. Feel like it.
All right, and to wrap things up, this one I thought was pretty funny. All right, so you know the gummy, whether it was Haribo or Haribo, whatever.
Haribo?
That one. Oh, look at that. The CEO seeing if you was paying attention.
I was.
Haribo.
Is that actually the name? Is Haribo?
Haribo. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know what you're talking about. Is that how they pronounce it?
I mean, that's how the commercials pronounce it.
They were like German or something. Like it was. You can't,
9. I don't think it was. No.
No. Haribo just seems like very, very Haribo seems like gummies you would sell out of a van with no windows.
Hey Siri, how do you?
You know what I'm saying? It just sound. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
Well,
gummies.
It came from the guy. The guy's name was Haribo, and because he had a hairy elbow, and that's how.
There it is.
That's how he got his name.
I bet you his elbows weren't as ashy as most people though. If he had hair on them to protect them,
Probably wasn't.
They didn't get dried out.
But the gummy has been recalled due to cannabis contamination.
Oh, because
so a lot of kids were getting high, like they're already getting high already.
my babies are sleeping great. What's going on here?
If you think that you have gummies that have been tainted with marijuana, please send them to 229 Kentstone Boulevard, care of the Chubb Father, and I will make sure that they are disposed of properly.
That's.
We
I
can
mean,
we can test them and make sure.
Yes, we'll do it on the air.
y'all. Will just has a servant's heart. He really does.
Dude, man, look,
He really just wants. He doesn't want to have to go through all that.
no,
Sending it back.
I'm
no.
for the people, by the people.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Here we go. This is what I think what had happened, right? So they want to blame the company for the cannabis contamination, but what had happened was they went to the store and saw something that sometimes they have like the Fruity Loops, or they have like and they thought it was the gummy bears
Right.
for the kids,
Right.
and yeah.
So
Kids
this
got into that bag.
this is really how they got rid of all the vape shops, right? It's like they just went and bought a bunch of packs of Haribo and tested them. And they're like, these are marketed towards kids. Well, yeah,
I swear to God,
you could just get these anywhere.
Harry Bo sounds like an OnlyFans account, not
Haribo.
not a candy account.
Maybe I'm gonna name my OnlyFans account that.
Your beard is pretty thick.
I know.
Yeah.
You never know.
And you have a hairy bow.
I don't. I mean, they're
Why are you
hairy.
looking? Don't
They're just-
there's a lady.
You had to check.
I was just-
There's a lady.
I'm looking too.
Our guests are so happy they signed up to
Yeah.
be on the show.
So cookies, huh?
Great segue. All right. If you don't know, now you know.
You know, Greg and Keith and the team at Birmingham Broker want you to know if you're getting ready to get out of your current vehicle and into something else like a fat check, don't go to the dealership and waste your time because you're going to get a lowballed. The reality is that they have to offer you a wholesale amount so they can turn around and make a little bit of money off you. And hey, it's just business. You can do that if you want to, but like getting shortchanged is for suckers as far as I'm concerned. And you don't have time to meet somebody you don't know in the dark alley because you might get shanked and not come home to your family. And Lord knows,
Or you get a hairy bow.
yeah, you might get a hairy bow upside the head, and then your life's not the same.
You're all passed out.
Yeah, and Lord knows your children have Haribo gummies all over the floorboard of your minivan, and you ain't got time with your busy schedule in between soccer and trumpet lessons and ballet and all that other stuff to get it cleaned out. So save yourself some time. Go to bhamBroker.com, fill out some information, have a consultation, come to an agreement, hand them the keys, and bada bing, bada boom. I did that just for y'all because I know that's about as Italian as it
That's
gets.
it.
I've seen the
Read
movies.
about it.
I've seen the movies. Birmingham Broker will sell your car and sell your car fast, so you don't have to. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll get serious about Festa Italiana. Well, we'll talk about it anyway. I don't know about the serious part. You're listening.
Or you have a horse, or you have a horse head next to your pillow.
Yeah, see?
This is good. This is so good.
It's the Breaking
I'm
Bread
so
crew.
excited.
Talk 99.5. We'll be back right after this.
It's hot.
Welcome back in to the Breaking Bread radio program. Unless you're swimming with the fishes, then you can't hear us. And I appreciate you.
Oh, the music's great.
That's amore. That's right. I'm about as Polish Italian as it gets. For sure. We are here today, live on these radio airwaves, to promote the second annual. Is that correct? I mean, I
Yes.
could look at the notes.
Yes.
But why would I
You're
do that?
correct.
These notes are awesome, by the way.
Oh, no, they are
Actually,
awesome. She always hooks it
amazing.
up. The second annual festival, Festa Italiana. So there are two people far better prepared than myself to talk about that. So who wants to start? Well, first of all, Al, Tina, welcome officially. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Will.
I'm eyeing your cookies, Al.
We got cookies. What?
Yes.
Just
Oh.
don't pay attention. There's
Oh.
nothing to see here.
Okay.
Move on.
All right. I got a gun store, bro. I'm getting cookies.
Fair. Okay, so Tina, why don't you tell us a little bit about the festival coming up this Saturday? It's Lost Furnace.
Okay, how much time do I have, Will? Because, oh my
About a minute and a
gosh,
half.
a minute and a half. All right, well, here we go. I'll do speed talking. It's the second one. It's from 3 to 10 this Saturday at Sloss, downtown. The Italian American Heritage Society is the host, and we have everything. I mean, anything Italian, everything Italian, only Italian. We have the brand new Bruno Rumor Food Pavilion. And that is going to have, it's a big tented area where we have a Suka cook-off. We have cooking demos. One of them with Galbani as a sponsor with Nicole McLaughlin of All Recipes. She's going to be a chef. We've got Chef Kyle Biddy and Britton Crata from Little Betty doing a cooking demo. And private chef Michael Brady with Grano. He's going to teach us how to make pasta. And then also, we'll have a Suka cook-off under that tent. So everybody, we got about 20 people who think they're Suka, which is the red sauce.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. What for people who don't know?
Sugo,
what is-
yeah, and that's the
family
red
show.
sauce. Yeah, family show. That's a, and so we
That's
have
the
all.
gravy.
Okay, these things just fell off my head.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So anyway, we have the Suko contest. So we have about 20 people who think theirs is the best. And we'll have that judging by some area judges that really are good at what they do. Some of the food we're going to serve, we got beef short ribs, cacio e pepe, meatballs, pizza, sausage sandwiches, polenta, pasta, muffalata, cannolis, gelato. I could go on and on. You just have to come out and taste. We've got almost 20 food vendors.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Does all of this come with unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks?
This is going to be so good. You're going to walk in there and the smells are going to attack you.
I can't wait.
I know.
When you walk in, you gotta go, hey.
Yeah, yes, it's actually we do have a bada bing area. So I just want to say
All right.
yeah,
tell me what that
well, it's kind of okay. So we do have this little area that's going to have some Italian cars, and of course, one of our, bars will be over there, and we've got our little cigar dealer over there, and we're going to
nice.
have Wind Creek Casino as a sponsor this year, and they're bringing their casino.
Okay.
So we do have a little area over there that's going to be kind of cool like that, and
Will I be able to use my free play?
I don't know. You can't win money, but
Oh, I was gonna say we'll just not let Steve Marshall know.
Yeah.
yeah, right? Yeah, no sheriffs, nobody.
Just ignore this ATF people. It's fun.
right, it is.
Now let
Although
me ask you a quick question. So is it called? I know. What did you call it? Soka?
Sugo, yeah, Sugo, Sugo.
Sugo.
So that's originally but then it's called gravy, not sauce.
Correct.
Okay, because a lot of times when you say that, people kind of give you the side eye. I'm like, that's what do you mean it's called gravy?
What do you mean? This ain't brown? There ain't no sauce.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not brown. No, and you
Right.
can, and everybody makes it. All the Italian families every Sunday. It's a tradition, as well as Al knows sitting here. So I mean, I could go on and on. What do you want to know? Drinks. We got a new sponsor.
I'll tell you what. hang on to that.
Okay.
When we come back, I'm going to give you about another 20 minutes.
Okay, that sounds good because
All right.
I'll need it. Thanks, Will.
You're listening to the Breaking Bread radio program, talking all things Festa Italiana. Right here on Talk 99.5. It's the Breaking Bread crew. We'll be back. Join us. Mambo Italiana. Hey, mambo. Yeah, that's my jam. Sorry for the delayed coming backness. I had a cookie in my mouth.
This is so good.
Which cookies are these?
Man, I wish it was
That is
really
the
good.
orange chocolate chip ricotta.
The orange chocolate. Yeah, that thing. You can pull it a little bit closer to you, but the funny thing about microphones, they work better when you're talking to them.
It's the orange chocolate chip ricotta.
The orange chocolate chip ricotta.
Yes.
It's just barely orange.
Yes.
It's
Orange
just
zest.
yeah, it's just a little bit of orange afterkick.
Not super sweet.
Yeah, not super sweet
Oh,
at
so
all.
good.
Well, most
High quality.
Italian cookies are not super sweet.
Right.
They are just they're drier than American cookies. They're less sweet than American cookies, and they're usually eaten with coffee or tea or just whenever. I mean, I eat them all day long. So, but yeah, a lot of Americans don't know the cookies, and we try to teach them. When we're out doing Pepper Place or places like that. But for the most part, when they do taste them, they keep buying them. So I'm very thankful for that part of it. But
So Al is the owner of the Italian Cookie Company. Where is the Italian Cookie Company?
so we have a bakery commissary in Alabaster, Alabama, behind the new police station.
Okay.
And, we've been there for about a year, and we started out of the house under a cottage license, and then it grew so quickly that we ended up having to have a commercial kitchen, and I didn't want to rent one because that's expensive in itself. But we found this space. I found a small space that used to be an alternative school for Thompson,
Oh yeah.
and we renovated it, and we have about 1,600 square feet, and we produce right now we're producing about 100,000 cookies a week.
Okay.
So, and we have wholesale accounts that we handle in the area. Several places here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So New York Butcher Shop in Greystone, Cahaba Heights, Son of a Butcher downtown, Cafe Is in Vestavia, Mr. P's, Bluff Park, Piggly Wiggly's, Claremont, Homewood, and Bluff Park. And then all the pigs carry the cookies during the holidays.
Right.
And then Vecchia, which is Bernard Tambrella's restaurant. Let's see.
I'll tell you, there's a name that you did not mention, and I won't be hurt or disrespected a whole lot. But the idea that you bake these cookies in my backyard,
In the 007.
007, and they're not sold on the counter at Chubb Father's is very disheartening. But I feel like we can change that.
I think we can. I don't think I've ever really talked to you other than behind the counter, and you were working, so I just never really, I don't know. I just don't know if regular people that don't really know the cookies
Sure.
would purchase them. So I try to fit the need for the areas that.
And listen, I was absolutely joking about the hurt and disrespected part, completely. But no, we have a lot of folks. We have folks in Alabaster that do honey. We sell their honey. The peanut butter people, we move the peanut butter. I'm a big community cat. So if it takes a little bit of customer education, that doesn't scare me. I would just appreciate the opportunity to spread the word about Italian cookie love.
Do these pair well with like pistols and rifles? Ammo?
Yes.
They're Italian,
Well,
obviously.
You're
know,
Italian.
yes.
What?
I know that the
We'll put them in the
Godfather-
revolvers. We'll put them in the revolver section.
I know the Godfather
Put
would
it on, you
appreciate
got
it.
a gold-plated Tommy gun. Just put it in a Tommy gun and let it shoot cookies.
Hey, you need
There
a
you
horse
go.
head?
True.
I got you.
There you go.
I mean, that'll go
Now,
well with my turkey out there.
Well, obviously, I'm not there to try the cookies. I don't know. You said you do it there in Alabaster. But what other flavors do you offer outside what you brought there
So
right now?
we do an Italian fig cookie. It's got 13 different ingredients in the filling. We make it. It takes 3 days to make. And they're all handmade
Oh,
cookies.
is it called Forget About It?
Did you say forget about it? Like
Yes.
FIG, get about it?
Right.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's so awesome.
And
It
what's
says- they're called gucciata.
Gucciadatas.
Gucciata.
Cucciadatis.
Gucciata.
And
Okay.
so
AKA
if you
forget
ask an
about it.
Italian what a fig cookie is, they'll say cucciadati, and they'll say cucci what? Cucciadati.
It almost sounds like go get your daddy. That's what it almost sounds like. Go get your daddy.
Oh yeah.
Asking for some money so you can buy these cookies.
So we do
Go
an
get your daddy.
we do an amaretti, and we do a lemon butter almond. We do let's see, what else do we do? We do a Neapolitan, which is looks like the Italian flag when you bite into it. It's 3 layers of almond sponge cake with raspberry filling and dipped in chocolate. We do
Talk dirty to me, Al.
So hungry.
No, right?
we do something called a chocolate angel, and it's very very light cookie. It is so light.
That's what my wife calls.
I was, oh man, I was just sitting here like, I was like, is it appropriate if I be like, y'all, that's AJ's nickname?
But it's like eating the edge of a brownie. That's chewy.
Right.
So those are popular, and we do a black and
See
white
yourself up there
cookie.
now? See you right there in the middle box?
So we do about 14 different varieties. So we stay pretty
That's a
busy.
lot.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
and
you?
we do We do a cheddar
Oh, go ahead.
wafer.
What'd you say about crackers, Ashley?
We do a cheddar wafer that is really good. I sell it in a lot of wine shops and a lot of butcher shops and wine bars down in South Alabama and up here too. So that seems to be doing really well. And we use Tillamook cheddar for that, extra sharp cheddar.
Nice.
So we use quality ingredients. All of our products have butter in them. We don't use anything processed.
Keep talking to me, dirty Al.
So, I thought, if I was going to do this, I was going to do it right.
Absolutely.
My grandmother used lard in her cookies.
I ain't mad at her.
Yeah.
Not at all. She's OG.
So,
Yeah, she did it right. She did it right.
we just try to clean it up a little bit. Lard is,
Nah, don't.
yeah,
don't
well,
clean
it's
it
not
up.
good for the arteries after you had open heart surgery. So, you
Yeah.
have to do what you got to do, right?
Sure. We'll go with that.
But we're excited. Last year, we were talking earlier. We had a line continually from opening till about 6 o'clock. We sold 2,000 bags of cookies in 4 hours. Sold out. So
That's amazing.
Now is this cooked for fresh, made fresh at your store?
Yes, sir.
obviously.
yes, sir.
Okay.
We bake Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and we ship out locally. We ship out across the nation.
Okay. How long did it take you to prep 4,000 cookies?
This is my
4,000 bags.
This is my second week.
Okay.
Wow.
So I brought in family from New Orleans and cousins and friends, and they all just showed up, and here we are.
Did you offer them beer and pizza, or did you just pay?
We offered them lunch,
And as many cookies as you can.
Cookies.
so we offered them lunch.
Brand new sponsor of the show, Mob Inc. That's Motorists of Birmingham in nice cars. Great philanthropist organization. Bunch of cool guys that love awesome rides. And they've done a lot of good for the surrounding area. And there is a car show coming up this Saturday, and the first Saturday of every month down here in Inverness. So make sure you go check that out. And if you happen to be a motorist of Birmingham that has a nice car and you want to join their organization, you should.
You don't even need a nice car.
You don't.
No.
That's what they say.
They get like 500 cars out there. It's absolutely insane.
Right.
So, and they got guys out there who wash your car, do all kinds of fun stuff.
Heck yeah. Go check it out. It's I'm talking a bunch of Ferraris and Porsches and Vets and some things that I can't pronounce that people have. Go check it out.
So I was actually on the website for FestaItalianaBham.com and checking out the website. This is a very massive kind of like I won't say massive, but it's at Sloss Furnace, but site map. So if you want to kind of figure out all the stuff that's kind of going on and where to go and find locations for the festivities this weekend, go check out that map. It's
What was that
pretty cool.
website?
Pretty
What was that
awesome.
website again?
Fest. I hope I'm probably saying it wrong, but
You're saying it right.
FestaItalianaBham.com.
That's Italiana with an A, not
Yes.
an O.
Yes.
Yes, we this is the second year of the festival, and Tina, you were getting ready before the break. You were getting ready to tell us about some of the food vendors that
Right.
are going to be out there.
Right. We have all kinds of food vendors. Like I said, the food that we're serving. Tamburro's is one of the vendors. I can't even remember all of them. But Feast Catering, will be there. Arnone sausage, Graffio sausage. We have Bellagio, Calafrancesco with their cannolis. I mean, their gelato. We have Cafe Is with her cannolis. Excuse me. So we have pizza. We've got Mr. G's, Pazzo, Big Slice, Slice Pizza. And we have all kinds of food, muffaladas, meatball sandwiches, and the big wheel, the big cheese wheel with cacio e pepe, where they put the pasta in the big cheese
Shut
wheel.
up, you're
yeah,
gonna-
yeah, yeah.
I
You
want
want to eat
some,
that.
yes.
You do. I
Wow.
know you do. And then,
Yes.
but also, aside
I
from
just
the
wanna dive
food,
into it.
we've got great drinks. So we have a new drink sponsor this year, Aperol, and they're bringing Aperol Spritz. So Tito's is our sponsor again with limoncello. And Coke is our sponsor with all of their offering as well. We have the hard Italian soda called Bravazzi. And Sam Spina Importing is bringing the red and white Sicilian wines. They're exclusive to Festa. So if you like to eat and drink, you need to come. And then, we have other fun things too. Do you want to hear about those?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
That's a wonderful overview, Tina.
Well, thank you
Speaking
so
of the
much because
festival-
I had to make notes. Look, there's so much, like he just said, AJ, there's so much going on out there. I have to make notes. It's so much to remember. So we have a bocce ball tournament that is sponsored by Lakeshore Foundation, and so it's full, but you can come play bocce when the tournament's over if you want. And you can also play Lakeshore's bringing their boccia, which is a handicap version. They're going out to 2028 LA Olympics, Special Olympics, and they're going to bring out their set so you can try your hand at boccia. We also have the Spina Stomp, the grape stomping, where those are full, but we have 2 people in 4 barrels at one time. So there's 8 people on the stage, and they're stomping grapes, and the hecklers are making fun of them, and then they get voted on by how much juice they collect underneath the stage, and then they win a prize. That is a funny event.
For the record,
Now,
for
do you have
next year,
insurance?
can you go ahead and sign AJ and I up? To be
Yes.
2 of the guys in the barrels doing the
Yes,
stomping?
yes, I will. And you know what? Anyone can stomp. Just there's 3 competitions or 4, I think.
Yeah, well, we want to stomp the competition.
So yeah, right. But you can stomp in
Literally.
between. Will you can't kick them out. But yeah, so we have that. We have a children's area with face painting and balloons and 2 huge bouncy houses. The Coca-Cola main stage. We've got entertainment. We have a beautiful singer, Vanessa Rocci, coming from New York. She sings Italian crooning songs. And we have our MCs, Matt Scalisi, Nikki Noto Palmer. They're going to be on stage welcoming our entertainers. We've got Ken Gilmer. He sounds like Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin. We have the Magic City Tappers. They're all dressed up. They're going to dance Italian dance. We've got the University of Montevallo kicking it off. We've got Razzmatazz at the end of the night. They're going to sing the Che La Luna, and everyone dances. And then we end the night with fireworks. So I haven't told you about the other things. You want to hear about those too?
Is Andrea
Andrea Bocelli.
Andre Bocelli going to be there?
He is, but he's only coming to my house and he's singing for me.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
but you can come over for
Okay.
breakfast if
You
you
promise?
Yeah, yeah. yeah.
Okay.
I'll make you some.
Man, that
pancakes
dude
and-
can sing.
Will there be,
Oh,
will there be
I
like a
know.
talk like a wise guy tent or something?
Yes, we have a cultural village. It's sponsored by Triana Tortorigi. You can walk in there. It's like a city street in Italy, and you can go in there and start talking Italian all you want. There's a museum. There's an ancestry tent. There's a church. There's puppet shows. There's the traveling Sutera singing band. There's an accordion player. He's the president of the State Association of Accordion Players. And then, we've also got the Mercado, that is our marketplace. We have 30 vendors selling everything from olive oil to candles to clothes to cookies, where Al will be, jewelry, gourmet bread, you name it. And I mentioned the casino. Let's not forget that. And so we also have a procession at the end at 5:15, where back in the old days, and they still do it in Italy, they carry it's like a paseo. They carry the St. Joseph on like a stretcher with flowers. And
Right.
okay, we have a procession. We did it last year, and you can join the procession. You can sing with the singers and walk the site of Sloss. And the Knights of Columbus will be there all dressed up with their cool looking hats and swords and things. So they'll be there doing that. And JD's looking at me like, oh,
This is only one day.
Yes, this is one day. I'm not even done. That's why I had to make notes. Okay, so then we also have on the main stage, we'll present scholarship winners. So we've got $15,000 of scholarship money due to our generous sponsors that have sponsored this event and last year. And we've got some lucky kids that are very happy to get these scholarships. So, and then, I got to tell you, my favorite component is the raffle. We have a raffle donation ticket for $50. It's $13,000 value. You get a trip for two to Italy next year, or during this fall, and you get to choose one of 4 itineraries. I happen to have 8 tickets with me in the studio.
I'm poor. Don't look at me.
Okay, and so anyway, you can go online when
accept
you get your
Cash App.
ticket. You go online and you can get it. You can get it online. So, look at that. That is, I believe, one of the best deals going. So
That's insane.
yeah, all of that.
That's awesome.
all of that in one day.
Now,
Wow.
I did want to ask about the foot stomping on the juice. Do you get to keep the foot juice?
No,
after
you do
get
not.
done?
You do not want it either, and you do not want to drink it. So I don't know, AJ. I don't know. Maybe
I just feel like between AJ and I's combined weight and girth, and then he always talks about how ashy his feet
I was
are.
just thinking that, like,
that,
that's
I
moisturizer.
think that like the sandpaper aspect of
Yeah.
while stomping the grape, like maybe he could do some like AJ. I think we can get this, and he and I have talked about having an OnlyFans where like his right foot and my left foot, like we stomp things
Yeah.
together.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah,
It's called black and white.
yeah.
okay. I hate to bust your bubble, but so the way you do grape stomp is you have two people to a team. Okay, one is the stomper, and one is called the swabby. I know y'all are going to make fun of
Well,
that.
AJ,
word.
you're
I
the
think.
swabby.
Oh yeah.
So the
Well-
swabby is the assistant, or you can switch off. So you only get a 3-minute grape stomping heat. So the person that's stomping can get out and the swabby can get in. And so don't worry, we have water, we have towels, you can rinse off when you're out, but you can come stomp if you want to in
They're
between
only good for
competitions.
3 minutes anyway,
I
so
know.
it's not even like that's perfect time.
Stop
Three-
telling
hey,
all our
look, 3 minutes.
secrets.
Look, 3 minutes is a very long time. Just saying.
It is.
It really is. It
Yeah,
is.
it really
and,
is.
and we've got Tommy
Yeah.
Vaccarella and Mike Larino that owns Contra Brothers. They're our hecklers. They're going to be the MCs of grape stomping.
I'm a pretty
Well,
good heckler
two-
too.
Yeah, two questions. For one, well, I know it's not really a question, but I remember there was a news reporter who was doing the grape stomping, and she fell out and broke
Yes.
her nose.
Yes.
Now this ain't gonna be like on a high platform. It's gonna be on the ground, right? When you do the foot stomping on the juice, right?
It's on a stage, but it's not really
Okay.
high, and we have a railing, so people are, and the swabby, that's their job, is to make sure that
Push
the
'em
stomper
off.
doesn't die. Yes. Or fall. I saw that same news item. I did.
And,
What I
the
heard,
other part
AJ,
is,
she's got a stage and a pole for you, so you're good.
right. There I'm good.
Yeah.
Another question is how much are tickets?
Tickets are $10 plus tax. You can go online to our website, festaitalianabeham.com, and you'll see this dancing yellow button at the top. Click it. It takes you to our checkout site, and you can get your tickets and your raffle tickets right there.
There you go. Let me tell you guys real quick, if you've had an issue with your roof, don't call me. I make cheeseburgers for a living. It would be a poor decision. Plus, I'm a little out of shape, and there are not very many affordable ladders that are rated for a man of my weight these days. So if you got an issue with your roof, reach out to the roofing professionals at Noto Roofing, because Noto knows roofing. NOTO roofing.com. And if you tell them that the Breaking Bread crew sent you, you can get a hassle-free roof evaluation. There's been a lot of rain lately, and if you think there's something amuck, then let them get up there and make sure. You don't do that. Your family loves you. They don't want you to fall off the roof and snap your neck. NOTO roofing.com. Let's take this last break, and We'll eat some more cookies.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And when we come back, we will wrap things up and maybe have Al's turn again. I don't know. Just saying. All right. It's Breaking Bread. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back in. Just a few minutes left before we get out of here. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Al,
Thank
for
you.
joining us. To wrap things up, this weekend, Festa Italiana at Sloss Furnace. Where can people get tickets?
FestaItalianaBham.com. Click on the dancing yellow button at the top. You'll see it. It says click to buy tickets, and it takes you to our ticket site, and you can get your entry tickets and also your raffle tickets.
Awesome. We appreciate it.
Thank
Al,
you
make
so
sure you,
much.
after everything's calmed down, Al, make sure you come back and sit down on the radio with us so we can talk,
I'd love to. I'd love to.
just food and cookies and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Ashley, thanks for hooking it up as always.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you, everybody in listening land. JD, AJ, you man and show father. Love everybody. Feed the people. Till tomorrow.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.